Hi, friends. My name's host Derek. I'm here with my beloved Rachel.
Hi.
And my favorite new fly.
The one that's gonna die.
Yeah, well, you can hear him buzzing around potentially. Really up to you as to how hard you want to listen for that fly, I guess.
I hear it.
Yeah, fine. I'll put that there. And then we will adjust this meow in following fashion. There, that's better. Thank goodness. Oh Lord, pick a bale of cotton. Oh Lord, pick a bale of hay. Lero A, I'm debating between whether to pick a bale of cotton or whether to pick a bale of hay. Eric, have I tried snus? Yeah, I have actually. You're talking about the kind that goes here, or you're talking about the kind that you snort? I've tried both, actually. It's interesting that one of the earliest ways of tobacco consumption was snorting it. Isn't that odd?
Excuse me?
Isn't that odd that one of the earliest ways of consuming tobacco was snorting it?
Yes. That really was. That is. Huh. Would that hurt?
Oh, yeah, it hurts a little bit. But I guess it gets you. It's like if you don't if you're not addicted to nicotine already, and you were just like when Cameron smokes a cigarette occasionally, he'll get a head rush feeling, like heroin. He calls it the heroin feeling. But I don't really get that because I have so much. I'm so accustomed to nicotine. But I guess if you didn't smoke and you just were introduced tobacco as a snortable, then it would certainly get you intoxicated the first couple times you did it, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think that would be how it would be for me, no?
Yeah.
That's what happens with me in cigars. That's why when I would be tested, when I back in the day was tested for marijuana, I would be ever so happy when someone had a cigar on them because it would make my head light.
Right. Well, also, you probably get a little bit of that effect when you smoke a blunt because the paper of a blunt is tobacco. Ooh, you dirty rat. You dirty rat.
Scoundrel, I'm a rat.
Oh, well, I was going...
He's a dirty scoundrel for sure. He's been over here for the whole time. He understands that the outside is there, but he won't go through the damn hole. PB created a hole, don't you guys?
There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza. Dear Liza.
Yes,
there's a hole in the bucket. Dear Liza, a hole. Hi there, Lucas Martinez. How you doing today? I hear that you are related to Martina Navratilova. That's cool. Sure, I've done concentrates of all sorts. Many times. Many kinds of concentrates, many rhymes. I've done shatter and wax and goo and all the different things.
May have the food that we bought from today.
This is pretty sounding weed too.
Yeah, it is. We got a new. Eric bought me a new bong. Perfect size for me. My baby lungs.
Go ahead. I'm gonna hit that bong.
Yeah, sure, of course. Please.
I'm gonna try the brand new bong.
Yay!
There's a popular vaping device called the Unwell Caliburn. For nicotine too. The Unwell Caliburn? Why is it called the Unwell Caliburn?
One more?
That's good. great.
It really does.
I'm Kevin Chin, the one they're talking about. I'm Kevin Chin, the one they're talking about. That's not my chin. That's my last name. I'm Kevin Chin. It's all the same. I'm Kevin Chin. I'm a super good rapping man. I'm Kevin Chin. I smoke nicotine from a vape. Kevin Chin. Kevin Chin. Kevin Chin. Kevin Chin. Kevin Chin. Kevin Chin. Philosophical thinker in the house, listening to some music and being an all pals. Do I have any stories? I'll stop playing this music. I was just sort of funning with it, you know, rocking out, doing my thing.
I'm the ENTP. They like to rhyme like me and thee.
Mm-hmm. I've been what's generally referred to as thwacking out on stuff. Noise.
Noise is indeed.
Finally, you see a clean bong. Yes, well, that's because it's brand new. It won't be clean for long,
Yeah,
but Rachel
but I
probably keep
will.
it cleaner than I keep mine. That we each have our own bong.
Yeah.
You like this?
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, I meant to get one of these next time.
Yeah.
Well, I do have a story of Lucas Martinez. Once upon a time, a man named Lucas Martinez met up in a parking lot behind a Kmart with a man named Kevin Chin. They were back there, and all of a sudden, philosophical thinker walked around the corner, and he saw him. And they were kind of whispering at each other and stuff back there. He's like, I think those two are up to no good. Philosophical thinker, you know, he's a little bit trusting. He just strode right over there and said, hey, you guys, Kevin and Lucas, you seem like you're up to no good. What's the deal? And I said, we are up to no good. We're about to have a caper. A caper, said philosophical thinker?
Krishna Sarmapagu, I botched your name there.
I can Krishna Sarmapagu.
I interrupted.
It's okay. Wasn't a very important story anyway. I was just foretelling the prophesized death of everybody.
Of everybody.
Oh, yeah. Now I forgot. It was only in my
I'm
head for a moment. Now
sorry.
it's gone. It's lost forever,
I'm
thanks
sorry. Please. I'm begging you.
to you. Sweet. What's sweet mean?
Like Sweet. What's up, Swift?
Swift Eagle, did we mention how, as we were driving up to Washington State, our Swift Eagle hit a truck nearby and died?
No,
It was a hawk. It was a hawk. But for the sake of this conversation, I'm going to refer to it as a Swift. It was a hawk, probably.
It was a Swift hawk.
Small chance it could have been a buzzard. Definitely wasn't an eagle.
Definitely could have.
But I'm going to call it Swift Eagle in this case. This is the danger of flying too swiftly, my friend. There's a moral to this story. Don't fly too swiftly, my eagle friend, or you too might crash into a truck, a big rig truck, and break its big rig windshield, and go falling onto the diamond lane on the highway,
causing wow, I mean it
caused damage to the truck.
Glass and like shattered.
The truck immediately went to get off the highway, but I'm assuming that shortly after I saw its already broken and bloody and somewhat thrashing body on the lane, the diamond lane, that it was hit by a car almost immediately, because we're going on the 5. You know, everyone's flying up the 5 going 85 miles an hour. And ain't no place for a wounded bird, let me tell you. Because you can't, it's not like on a surface street where you can swerve out of the way. If there's a thrashing eagle hawk in your lane, It's a 2-lane highway. You know,
Yeah.
that eagle's toast or it's hawk.
It was toast when it hit the glass.
Sup, David White, sup.
Hey, David White. I heard that you're a Rachel lover, not a hater. That's cool. I got a new bong from Eric as a present. It's a baby bong. I'll show you in a minute.
Yeah, well, what I'm doing is I'm getting Crunker to chill out with Connor and Bree. You know this too. Yeah.
Brie? Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Brie, I love Brie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get Crunk with him to chill out, and then we're gonna smash in the Vari, and we're gonna explore dank memes.
Oh my god, I fucking love memes.
I so totally love TikTok. You know what I do all day long?
I do the dances and I do them really well.
You know what I do like all day long? I TikTok, and I what's that other thing that people do? Instagram. I TikTok and Instagram all day long.
Wow. Do you like to take a lot of pictures?
No,
No?
I mean, I do because I want Instagram.
Oh.
I hate it. Frankly.
Oh, you hate it, but you.
But I have to Instagram. You have to see and be seen, Rachel.
Oh.
Okay? It's important.
Okay, so do you think that that's the important thing for people to take away from social media? Is to be seen and be seen?
I mean, what's important is that everybody knows that I'm at like the coolest stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people that aren't really at that cool stuff, I am. And they maybe don't realize it. So I have to put pictures of it.
So what kind of cool stuff do you put on your Instagram?
Like I went to I went down to the river with Chad and Tiffany. When we went skinny dipping, I got so wasted, and I was just like, woo! I'm done. I said to Chad, "You're so funny," but he was so drunk he didn't even fuck me.
Wow, I'm very sorry that happened.
It's okay. He'll get me next time, I'm sure.
So you put this on Instagram
And TikTok.
and TikTok.
And I love Discord server. That's another young people thing.
Oh, what does Discord server do? That is one I'm not aware of.
It's like a server that you talk to other people on, like this kind of, but it's for cool because it's for young people. It's Discord.
It's Discord.
Yeah, it's got a cool name.
Is Discord considered cool?
Oh yeah, it's the coolest.
Why is Discord cool?
Because it's like, why would there not be a Discord or something? You know, it's like I go to this one YouTube channel. I don't even know why I go there, but where's your Discord server? And he's just like, I don't even have one. And I'm just like, what? What is wrong with you, old man?
Right. So do you know what the definition of Discord is?
It's like a app that people talk to each other on, I think.
Actually, I didn't ask you if you know what the app is. I was asking you if you know what the definition of Discord is.
Yeah, it's like, Discord, that cord. You try things up with it.
That's very funny. Let's look up the definition of Discord now, if we may.
Okay, I don't know why you want to look up words. Words are so pointless.
Words get you into college.
Words are so dumb.
I know. That's why your parents pay for your college.
Like, all the dumbest people I know talk all the time. Disagreement between people. Discord.
So, how do you feel about that?
I don't like it when people disagree with me.
So, you like Discord?
Well, I don't know.
So Discord's probably a place where you like to disagree with people.
No, I don't like to disagree. I don't like when people disagree with me. Everybody needs to agree with me.
Oh, so that's why it's the best app for you.
I don't know. I'm just on Tinder most of the time. It's confusing. The modern media landscape is confusing, friends. To an older gentleman like me, what with your TikToks, your Discords, your Twitters, your Instagrams, your what's that photo one you use called?
Tumblr?
Your Tumblrs.
Tumblr is very young.
Your so-called blogs.
Yeah. Your Vice and Vox and
Boy, I don't know.
Hinge and
None of it makes any sense to me anymore. It's
Bagel
all just
and something Coffee makes bagel. Makes bagel. Meets bagel.
And these young people on their phones, let me tell you, old man like complaining sort of comedy, like Andy Rooney or something. And what's the deal with these young people and their phones?
Thank you so much for
Why would you want to have what you're looking at be smaller? That doesn't make any sense. Back in my day, the phone, you dial with your fingers, you picked it up and you talk. The computer was in a different room.
I mean, he does have a point.
He doesn't complain about that. I complain about that. I hate how small phones are. I hate phones.
Oh,
in general.
I know. I wish phones were larger too.
I like to do everything on the computer. You know.
Speaking of doing something on the phone,
What are we
to show
doing?
you I want to see if it shows up in the. I want Octavio Silva to show up, but I'm gonna give you guys a preview since you guys are here. It didn't show up for me again.
A preview of what? Preview of what?
My icon.
Oh, your icon. I gotta get a water. I'm so thirsty. I want coffee. I'm gonna drink a water first.
Can I have one too?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Would you like Sprite? Another possibility wrong. I'm bringing the box. I am dying of thirst.
Mail came, she said.
Oh, good.
Thank you, my love.
You're welcome, my precious wonder.
Aww. That's great.
Kira Louise, I like that suggestion.
Me too. I do. I thumbs up that, Kira Louise. Oh yeah, and it shows up now. My Eric FI face icon.
Oh, good. Now there it is.
At least it's just water.
And juice.
Sorry.
It's okay. Do I look upset at all?
No.
Well, it seems like I don't upset me.
At least I didn't get my book. Oh, my headphones. This is what it's like to live with someone who has a birth card of the tower in their set of cards.
So
Just
you
for
or
everyone
me?
to know. I bump into things, I knock things over, I sit on things.
Oh, you have the Tower of the Bird
I do.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it's 116. 16.
Rachel truly is all yards and squares.
Uh-huh.
Yards, squares, towers.
But I have, but
I'm yards, squares, and towers.
I am. But I'm also judgment, justice, and the emperor. And that makes all of them superpower.
That's nice. I'm just.
Hi, Blue.
It's like my life now is so. It's so easy. I've never had such an easy life before. Where, as far as the amount of time I'm spending working, the amount of flexibility and sort of just being able to take a nap anytime I feel like it. and it's odd, you know. It's amazing how different life is when you don't have a lot of stressors on you. Yeah, it's well. The thing is, philosophical thinker. It's easy in the sense that I'm not being asked to do a lot of stuff that I don't. That is not stuff that I just feel like doing. You know, very little of my time is beholden to somebody else. Well, I'll tell you so. The thing about having a lot of free time and stuff is it's a matter of what you want to do. So I like to be able to make videos and stuff. I made one last night about identifying SI and typing people.
Yes, it's really good.
I'll answer that question in a second, David White. For me, as long as I have a clear purpose and some sort of progress being made, then I'm pretty happy to be able to just sort of chase those things. So in other words, when I have things that I want to do or make, then if it's the extent that I'm not doing or making things, it's because I want to instead like consume media.
Thank you for helping me with the cleanup of that soda.
Of course, Charlie. Ain't no big deal. One thing that my mom made clear to me when I was a little kid was that it's not okay to get mad at people for accidents.
Aww, that is such an important thing to learn.
How does your NE work when your SI is being taken care of? Well, I'm going to answer David White's question first. Eric, a friend told me the first rule of life is do as thou wilt. Is he a liar? He's not a liar, but he's wrong, sort of. I mean, it depends how you interpret it, right? The expression there, of course, is linked to Satanism, and so it's going to get a bad rap.
Yep.
But the idea of doing as you will is it's important to, well, okay, it's a tricky question because it's like there is this way of empowering myself to execute my own will, I guess, by deferring to God, right? Say, whatever you will, God, is what I want to do. And now I just got to figure out what it is that you will. So Satanism is saying, no, don't turn to God for guidance. You don't need guidance. You should do as you want to do or willfully choose. The problem is, of course, the notion of willful choice is not an illusion, but it's constrained a lot by things. You know, so we have willful choice within our choiceless frame. We didn't choose this frame we're in, but we have limited or less limited choice within it. So like, you know, because I'm not working as much as I have in the past, I don't have as many resources immediately available. I can't fly us to Europe or something like that, you know, for a vacation. So my choices are constrained because I have less money than I might otherwise if I were hustling for money or had a full-time job or something like that, you know. But the thing is, that's a trade-off you have to make. You have to decide which one you want more. I'm blessed in that I'm empowered to have basically a universal basic income for Eric, not for non-universal, and Eric's basic income. So I don't, you know, I can do the work I want to do rather than the work I have to do. the thing is, it's
I want to go to London.
yeah, I'd like to do that
That's a
too.
place I'd like to go to. I'm a huge Beatles fan. Like they're my number one band, so I feel like I have to go to England at some point.
Well-
England.
What I would say is this: that Rachel, in the months preceding when she came here, was in a dramatically less or a situation that was dramatically less conducive to healing and growth and stuff than the current one. You know.
Correct.
So the thing is, this current situation, the reason that Rachel is sort of becoming such a very dramatically, you know, is that it's both her because she has the capacity to do that. She has the tools that are necessary to do that and the will to do it. She has the capability to be objectively self-critical, to be held to account for things without getting all tantrumy about it like some people do, and all that stuff. But it's also the case that she's never going to utilize those aspects of those good aspects of self or good tools or good skills or whatever if she's not in an environment that's allowing her to do that. And it's like for everybody, the first thing you need to do before you can really grow, I think, or heal, either one, is relax.
Yeah.
It's been a hard road for me to relax. I'm more
It really
relaxed
has been.
now than I've ever been, for sure.
Wow.
I'm not always relaxed, like, I thwack out on something all night long and so forth, but by and large, I don't feel like I'm on guard at all. A little bit with my dad, but not really. Less and less. So as I don't feel on guard, then I can make some mistakes. When you make a mistake and you expect the other person to hammer you because you made a mistake, right? Then it doesn't happen. You learn a couple of important things there. You learn that one, maybe about that specific mistake, like, oh, I guess maybe that wasn't a big mistake or something. Or two, that, oh, it's legit. If you spend a lot of time around people who are saving up things to use against you and keep doing that, then you think everybody's doing that at some point. And,
Yeah.
a lot of people do. A lot of people play this weird tit for tat game where they save shit to use against their partner and stuff, including I've done it in the past before too. You're welcome, David White. Thank you for your positive regard.
Yeah, thank you. And you are right.
You're 23. You got no driving experience. And they're putting you behind the wheel of a big rig truck for ice truckers. That's going to be a challenge for you, Blue. Have you ever seen the show Ice Truckers, Rachel?
Yes, I have.
It's pretty good, actually.
It is.
Is it going to fall through? Oh, you made it.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of like
drama in between. It's tough life.
And when they do crash, it's like they never filmed it.
So fucked up.
It's like they show the crash after.
Don't tell me.
They'll like show us.
That pisses me off.
They'll be like, Joey ended up in the off the side of the road. But of course, you show you once they've already gone off the side of the road, but they rarely have an outside camera when they crash. They might have an in-cab camera depending on which person it is.
I wish they had a little bit of that in there, so it would. That excites me. That's like, whoa, you really learn lessons there. Like, you really learn that you got to be careful, like driving at speed or like, in the dark at that time or without certain tire pressure in your tires. Like, I think most people learn by experience.
Yeah. Well, look, here's the thing, David White. A lot of people, younger people especially, but sometimes at persistent older age, get a little adventurous in their argumentation and narratives and stuff. You know, that's right. You have one. The reality is, for people who do hate a lot or intentionally cause a lot of harm, or cross lines they shouldn't cross, then it hurts them, unless they're some kind of weird sociopath or something.
Right.
You know, we all have plenty of experiences of either feeling guilty or feeling shame shivers. You know, like I think in our recent little spat that we had, I think Rachel's feeling mostly shame shivers rather than guilt at this point. You know, and I don't think she should necessarily feel that much guilt because at this point it's just like, okay, I get it. I gotta stop. I have to stop. But see, this is the thing I keep doing. I keep going, what? Balls in your court. But there's no reason for me to do that. I'm going to interpret it like this. Now, balls in your court. Now, it's your decision. I keep doing that shit. And instead, what I need to do is go, oh, Rachel's like scared right now or something. And not feeling very good about herself. And I shouldn't, when she says that she wants to leave or she should leave or she's not happy, I should just, hug her and I say, cheer up, you'll feel better tomorrow.
Yeah. And that's okay. That's a learning curve.
For both of us.
Yeah, for both of us. And it's important for me to, like, have a spot where I can just, like, zen out. I always have to zen out. Like, because then it helps me clearly think what I'm doing instead of having, like, I'm data gathering from what you're saying. And I have to, because if not, I'll be making an impulsive move, and I don't want to do that. I have to. So I just need a little.
No, I mean, I just don't think that. I don't think I'm going to react the same way next time. I think I'm going to react a lot better.
I think I will too. I think possibly maybe even I might have missed my medication too that day.
Balls in your court was my brother-in-law's favorite term. Destroyed two full families, so yeah, not a good thing.
Meditation does help me.
I thought that's a mediation. My mistake. It does say meditation.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's just another way of attempting to leverage rather than negotiate. And anytime people attempt to leverage each other rather than negotiate with each other,
I don't like doing that.
Well, intuitives in general hate being leveraged. I think everybody really doesn't really like being leveraged, but if there's one type that is probably more okay with being leveraged, it would be TE fourth slot, FI DOMs probably are more okay with being leveraged. Yeah. Because they understand that frame through getting what you want. Mm-hmm. But that's the thing is there are good strategies sometimes in dealings with the external world that are actually not good strategies when dealing with people in your personal life. You got to make that distinction. So if I'm dealing with some sort of bureaucracy, I might very well exploit to the best of my ability the balls in your court technique, which is to say, set it up so they're responsible to do something easy, X, Y, or Z. Doesn't even matter what they do. Once they do it, then you've got something you can work with. Well, you said meow, meow, So When you combine ignorance and leverage, you get some pretty interesting results. Warren Buffett. Well, I think he means leverage in the other sense, though. We're small. I don't think he means leverage in the way I mean it.
Was there a box of ferrets in the Harley Quinn show?
Yes.
Yeah, Winston's mom, I thought of you. There was a box of ferrets in the cartoon Harley Quinn on DC.
They are Gotham's newest sweet potatoes.
Oh, how cute!
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Meditation is, in fact, something that I guess, it's like for all my poo-pooing of it, I guess you could say that I do something like that myself on a reasonably regular basis. When I'm feeling too, like, well, when I have emotions, I try to lie down and really sort of SI stretch and just sort of control my breathing and stuff. But also when I'm feeling like meh, which is not really linked to anything in particular. It's just like I'm feeling slightly meow right now.
Really?
It's kind of basically it's a summation of it's a little bit maybe too warm and my neck and shoulders hurt a little bit and it's basically little SI complaints. Just having been going for a while now, just stayed up all night.
He's working on stuff. Aw, wrapping presents. How cute.
Nupur Katara is reminded of Jeff Bridges. What reminds her of Jeff Bridges? I think she means me. It is a totally unrelated note, but that's okay because that just makes it consistent with everybody else's chats.
Yep.
There's no expectation of relating your notes in this live stream. So I guess the reason I'm tired right now is probably because yesterday I took 2 pills when I got them with my first day's dosage. And then about 3 a.m., I took 2 more. It's my second day's dosage, which isn't a lot of pills. But I don't want to take any more now because I want to sleep tonight. If I get too sleepy now, then I'll take a nap, then I won't sleep tonight. So there's a tricky balance you got to walk here. It's like, I may take another half of one so I stay up long enough to go to sleep properly.
I'm a dude, so that's what you call me. Or that or his dudeness or duder or el duderino. If you're not into the whole brevity thing, the dude.
A lot of people have talked about The Big Lebowski and related it to me. Of course, I am. My motto is not to abide. To abide is to just slide on through. I want to do things. I have goals. I have vision. Beyond some sort of mushy pseudo spiritualism.
Yes. I'm the dudette. What type do you think he is?
ENFP, right?
Yes, yo.
Gotta be ENFP.
100% he is.
Yeah.
100%.
I think so.
They make fun of it in SpongeBob a little bit. It's like let the spirit compel you. Let the spirit compel you. No, dude.
It's like I think ENTPs. It takes a lot of work for an ENTP to go, okay, I know how I want to chill. even then, it's a temporary thing. Um, I'm always back and forth between chilling and not chilling. Uh, Even before I got the Adderall, I started working on some stuff. I couldn't help it, you know. So I don't know. ENFPs, I'm kind of jealous of them. You get the sense that they've got it figured out better than I do, and that it's like you can't make your way out of a lack of identity, Eric.
Hmm. My dad's identity is the funny man.
Your dad's so emotional.
Mm-hmm.
You think I'm emotional? Ooh, he's emotional.
Yeah. I appreciate it though.
Me too. I am pretty emotional as well.
Though I'm not gonna lie, there are times where I'm like, Dad, no, or I'll be like, Dad, because like I get embarrassed. He's my dad. I get embarrassed.
He's a good guy.
I
like
know, but that's what I get embarrassed over. You know, I think everyone has their thing, right? Like sometimes I'm like, don't make me choke up. Don't make me choke
him. You're gonna make my eye makeup run.
Yeah, exactly. No, my dad's great. I usually go to him for like advice.
I like the fact that I like the cinematic quality of crying girls and eye makeup.
Oh, there was a lot of that on your tube not 2 days ago. Not just then, but maybe more.
Like if I cry, a little tears like a girl cries with eye makeup, and she turns into this big you get these streaks of things down her cheeks.
I did my makeup so good that day. I put my metallic eyeshadow on. I put layers of my mascara, and it was dripping all over the place. I was a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I was so sad.
That whole that thing that happened with the streak, it's not one big wash of black. It's like streaks, like lines, like ninja makeup kind of. It's so ripe for like a comedy sketch. You can always, anytime you have any kind of drama or sketch or comedy or drama or whatever it is, you got some girl crying. You can pizzazz it up by putting some mascara, eye makeup, cry lines.
You know what's funny?
What?
You went out for a little bit to talk to your dad, and I sat in while Taylor was in there, and they were talking about celibacy or something. And he was like, they were speculating that Michael Jordan was celibate and whatever, and I was like, I came in, I sat in, and I was staring there with my eye makeup like that. I'm like, this is how I feel, okay? You see this? I'm not happy either. I'm sad. And then I was like, Michael Jordan was not celibate. Trust me, he was definitely jerking it. Okay?
Why was he supposed to be celibate though?
There's a thing that sports players say that you shouldn't have sex before games because it'll throw your game off.
That's the dumbest thing.
Thank you.
Listen, I am a professional coach, and I have to coach at a tournament.
You are.
And it doesn't take my edge or anything off to have sex before a tournament. If Rachel and I have sexual intercourse the night before I go to the tournament.
Yeah, that's true.
I was thinking, Mrs. Mom, I was just thinking casually right now of what can I make my own homemade makeup for Rachel with? And I thought, Rachel's not going to like your homemade makeup, Eric. Yeah, you just got to pitch it right.
If it's What kind of makeup do you want to make?
I was thinking about grinding up a brick to make some red brick dust and put some Vaseline in it.
Yeah, dude, try it.
That's
I don't care.
That was my initial thought.
My dream job. I sent out a tweet to L'Oreal saying, "Stop testing on animals, test on me. I want to be tested on makeup. Test makeup on me, not on animals." They never got back to me.
Well, look.
So you can test your makeup on me if you want, sure.
It's good that they excluded mascara from that because, like Delilah, she gets eye infections all the time from using too much. Well, I think it's from using eye makeup. She says it's only certain ones she's allergic to.
It's the glue. She's right. She's right because she was wearing makeup the day of Father's Day and she was fine. It's the glue from the fake eyelashes. It is. She's got sensitive skin. That shit is like, it's just like tacky glue.
I know. I wish she just. But see, I've seen her get eye infections without gluing anything. Just from.
Really?
Yeah, she likes to mess with it, and then before you know, she got pink eye. Nuper Kachara. Hey, what do you do when you have so much work and really no time, and you still don't want to work? I mean, shouldn't there be motivation enough? How do you combat that? Well, I mean, the thing is, when I had a lot of work, I had an equivalently substantial position. So it's like there was so much responsibility and so many calls upon me for fixing problems, doing stuff, providing resources, stuff like that, that it was just what it was. It's like by the time I got it done with everything, it was 60 hours into the work week. And then the rest of the time I was just at home drunk.
I'm wearing the mascara that Zandy bought for me as a gift. So I'm definitely going to use it. And I love it. It's like a great gift. It's high quality stuff. It's from MAC. And also, when I go makeup shopping, I'm very thrifty. So I like the brand NYX, NYX. Their stuff is high quality and they don't test on animals. But LA Girl is really good. They don't test on animals either. And neither does Wet n Wild anymore. So those are 3 good ones. Also, CoverGirl doesn't test on animals either anymore. So
interestingly though, CoverGirl has made a rule where only animals are allowed to wear their makeup. That's the weird thing. They test on humans, but only animals get to wear the makeup. So what you see is most of your best looking and most fashionable animals right now are wearing CoverGirl.
probably.
Raccoons love makeup. They love it. That's how they get those black circles.
I make my eyes look like raccoons sometimes. I can't lie. I like makeup.
Are you ready to wrap this up and consume some media? I would like to watch either Harley Quinn or listen to the book. What do you think?
I don't know what I think about that.
All right, well, you just think about it for a while. You don't have to answer right now. What I'm going to do in the interim, before I get any sort of response from you, is I'm going to pull this bowl with my lungs.
That's as far as I was getting, is that I knew that I wanted to pull another bowl.
I'm going to pull this bowl with my lungs. Also going to use my lips, I think, this time. Or as I said in that Steve Martin movie, I'm going to kiss you with every lip on my face.
Aww.
Isn't that a great line?
Yes, it is.
I kissed you with every lip on my face.
Thank you, baby. That means so much.
It's great writing.
Mom, look at the gift that I got from my boyfriend.
It's called a Bing. Bing.
Sweet. It looks so scientific.
A nice little piece here with its easy one-hand hold design.
Iron lungs, I tell ya. Amazing thing.
We got a clog in Sector 4.
Uh-oh. It's a good thing I have someone like you to help me out with that.
Mm-hmm. I got a lot of positive, at least in terms of thumbs, response to the how to identify SI one. So I'm going to do another one. Next, I'll probably do any. It's easy
Cool. That's a great idea. I really liked what you put together.
I'm going to try to put together the next one for a little bit more pizzazz, a little less TI, you know? Will we be doing anything for the 4th? I haven't really thought about it
Thanks,
at all.
Vincent's mom.
I think that we will celebrate America.
I will. Did you know that I'm a New Yorker who's never seen and I've never gone to the Statue of Liberty? That's on my bucket list. Okay.
Okay.
You're fine with that?
Of course.
Come with me?
I've never been to the Statue of Liberty either.
Really?
We didn't go there. We went to the Empire State Building, went to the Twin Towers, we went to Bloomingdale's, and we were told not to ride the subway. Those are the main things I remember.
You could get really lost. You could get really lost.
In Washington, D.C., we went to the Smithsonian.
Very nice.
And Arlington National Cemetery.
Ooh.
And another couple like history class shit, you know?
That's cool.
Yeah, it was fine.
That's fun.
It wasn't, actually. It's like I remember being like, oh,
You
my
were
God.
7th grade.
Yeah, the Arlington Cemetery part, I remember just being interminable.
Was it hot?
It was hot. I'm not sure it was hot. It was, I don't know, but I was standing too long. I remember that much. Could they fold those fucking flags any slower?
Oh my God. I'm so sorry for you.
I was what 7th grader was thinking. Like, oh God, this is so boring.
That is boring.
And, you know, it's one of those things where
7th grade.
you have to be somber. You have to stand there and be quiet and look serious, you know.
You could have had fun in the city.
Oh, I mean, we did have fun in New York. Did New York have a Chinatown?
Yeah.
I think I went to Chinatown too.
Cool. That's a fun place to go to. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
I remember more clearly, though, I have to admit, San Francisco's Chinatown, where I bought my parents wonderful Chinese electric lanterns to hang up in their room. And, you know.
That's nice.
My mom had to be gentle with my feelings because I kept saying, you know, hey, why don't you have your beautiful Chinese lanterns that I bought for you hung up in your room as you're writing? You know,
You didn't like it?
They were hideous.
Oh, we can put them up here.
But I did see as a kid, I just thought, wow, those look fancy and beautiful. My parents will love those. You know.
That's so cute. Aw, I would put them up in my room.
Detroit's crazy, Bill Burkett. I've been to Detroit, and it's like that's a ghost city. You see ghost towns, but you don't see a lot of ghost cities. Truth or death is better than living a lie. Well, it depends how big the lie is.
That's true.
You know, if I've been saying for years that I'm 6'4", and I'm really 6'3.5", I'll keep the lie and life rather than death. I think, in that instance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go in there and say to my mom, like, "But, Mom, why did you take the lanterns down, though? Don't you like them?"
Censors didn't like it.
Well, I mean,
style.
I was just too. That's third slot Effie. I bet you wouldn't have thought those were a good present when you were my age when I bought them. I was probably approximately the same age, 6th grade, maybe 5th grade.
Oh.
Maybe a little bit
Unless
younger.
you got something for your parents. I can't even remember if I bought anything at that age for my parents.
That's the only thing I remember because it became a joke in the family once I got a little bit less sensitive about the whole thing.
Aww, it's okay that you were sensitive about it.
I don't even remember being necessarily like. It's just I was confused. It seemed like why aren't they putting it up? It's so beautiful.
I would have. They are beautiful. People used to put Chinese lanterns in their yards.
Yeah, well, I think these ones I got were probably pretty gaudy and tacky.
Oh.
Like when I was allowed to pick out the Christmas ornaments every year, I picked out the most like flamboyantly gaff ornament that I could find. And I thought, like, this one looks very fancy. Here, we should get this one, Mom. This is like the fanciest one they have, you know? And my mom would be like, Eric, you know, it's a little gaudy. Gaudy? It's fancy.
See, I hated bargaining in Chinatown. So like my friends knew how to bargain, so they'd always get like good deals. But I didn't know how to bargain, so
I don't like to bargain either.
Yeah. So like I got this like shoddy bag that was supposed to look like a Fendi bag. Oh no, Prada. And it sort of looked like it, but it like fell apart so quickly. I was like, God damn! Like I could have.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. I was young. I don't like to. That's not my thing.
After it fell apart, it looked like a Gucci bag from then on out.
Hey, people loved it. My sister used it, and I know that my friends borrowed it and stuff, so I don't mind.
Well, you know, my own bag is actually a Chinese knockoff. That's right. I got my scrotum in Chinatown.
Yay!
And it's been great.
That's where I got my vagina.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
They have the best deals on genitals.
They do. They know what people like.
You see, I knew mine was going to work well because they had it packed in ground rhino horn. There's nothing better for preserving a scrotum than ground rhino horn. Wow. Also, apparently an aphrodisiac.
That's good to know too.
Well, basically, of course, the rule is, I think,
is there any?
Yes.
Oh.
The rule is if the fewer of a species there is, the more powerful their aphrodisiac quality. So by this logic, like California condors are the most aphrodisiac animals. You can grind up a condor, it is an aphrodisiac, let me tell you. No. It did not come with cancer warnings or disclaimers.
Now, is it because you slayed the condor that it's an aphrodisiac, or is it something in the condor that makes it an aphrodisiac?
Yeah, I'm just saying that basically, as far as I can tell, the logic that Chinese people use is to what's an aphrodisiac. The strongest aphrodisiac is the animal of which there are the fewest. So basically, if you could catch the very last member of a given species and kill that member of a species, causing that species extinction, and then grind up that animal and eat it, you'd have sex for like weeks straight because it'd be so powerful of an aphrodisiac. Oh. That's why they like to grind up tigers and rhinos and other things like that. Because, you know, they're fairly rare animals, so obviously it makes them horny. Then it makes them hornier, than eating ground up rare animals. Just a peculiar quirk of Chinese culture. Can you imagine like you're going to somebody for advice and you're like, hey, I gotta talk to you about my relationship. I don't know. Our sex is just not really having very much sex lately. It's been a long time and I don't know what to do about it. Listen, Bob, got 2 words for you. Ground rhino horn. Buzzing.
Yeah, that's such an ESFP, like, who would think of that?
I mean, that's the thing. It's like Chinese people eat weird things and think it's going to help them for some reason.
Yeah, that's why I don't go full on feng shui.
Like,
Can't.
for example, bird's nest soup. There's a certain kind of bird that makes their nest with their spit. And apparently, you eat those and it actually tastes good. Well, who's the person who decided to try that in the first place? They try to eat one of those bird's nests up there. They must have been really hungry. Or maybe they were just adventurous. Hey, we're Chinese. Listen. If it moves, if it squirms, it's food.
It's facts.
If it comes out of an animal, even, it's food. So that includes nests. Nests, you eat that. Sure, you eat that.
Sure you eat that.
That's like a nice, warm, and comforting bowl of bird's nest soup, just like Mama used to make. The funny thing is, people go to a restaurant and order that. That is such a starvation food. Some poor tribe of people that was there, and they had no real food to eat at all. And so they're like, "Oh my God, we gotta eat these birds nests. That's how hungry we are." It's a very sad thing. And now people like them, like order on purpose.
No.
I want to eat bird's nest soup. Why? Do you want to eat dead bodies like the Donner Party?
That's how I was about like turtle eggs. I remember when turtle eggs were the main dish. Hi, Vein, Amoline. Who's Cleopatra in this situation? I have Roman feet, and Eric has Egyptian feet. Just so you know. But thanks, I take it as a compliment. No, it's so expensive. I don't want it. I'm not looking into it. Thank you. Take it as a compliment.
Well, this is what I said.
I do have Roman feet.
In general, I feel bad about eating things that weren't raised for the purpose of me eating them.
Yeah, yo.
So it's like, I don't feel especially bad about eating cows, pigs, and chickens. They are raised specifically for me to eat them.
Sometimes I feel bad. I can't lie.
Well, on the other hand,
I want them just to be treated well. That's all I care about.
Okay, well, the thing is, I feel bad when I get swordfish.
Yeah.
It's like
that's a brutal.
Is it delicious? Yeah. But do I feel bad getting it? Because those are wild animals, and you can't farm swordfish.
I can't eat it anymore. It makes me sick thinking about it.
I probably won't eat it anymore, but it's
That is one thing that I used to eat too.
So if I just eat chickens, pigs, and cows, at least I know that the only extent to which I'm impacting the natural world's animals are to the extent that farms are taking over natural spaces. But that's pretty much already done anyway, Okay, Vandermoinen, what do you think I'm trying to establish or affirm with that argument?
A receipt.
It's not an argument.
Yeah, there's 7 types of toes. Eric has Egyptian feet, and I have Roman feet.
I was saying I tend to feel bad eating wild animals, and not so bad eating domesticated or animals raised for me to eat to be eaten.
He even feels bad when Pee-Pee eats wild animals. She's pretty wild.
Um.
You want to show him who's boss? I mean, like, if it's life and death, it's always going to be my life.
The thing is this. I would kind of like to go hunting, but the reason I don't is because the only way I could feel okay about it is if I ate the thing after I killed it.
Yeah.
And the fact is, animals other than pigs,
Mhm.
cows, and chickens are less delicious than pigs, cows, and chickens.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't want to eat them.
Cool. I like your
It's pretty straightforward.
mindset. Yeah.
Yeah.
Greek? Cool. Zealand Black. Hey, Levi Samuels. If it was life and death, I'd probably die because I couldn't kill the animal. I would kill the animal.
Yeah. Well, I even feel somewhat bad about fishing. It's. I was raised in that sport, and
I like throwing them back.
if I like it when I can successfully get it off the hook cleanly, throw it back, and it's fine. I don't like it when I have to kill the fish. I don't want to eat any fish. I guess if I were, there might be one exception. It's like if we were to, as I mentioned before, if we were to go to Mammoth and I'd catch a good sized trout and cook it right there by the lake or something.
Yeah,
that'd be
that
cool.
sounds so romantic.
That'd be in that case I'm fine keeping it if we're gonna eat it. And we just get one fish, and
you can fillet it.
My mom, before she got all dementia, showed me last time we were in Mammoth how she dealt with the trout. You butterfly it.
Oh, that's what they call.
And you don't have to take the scales off of the trout because you just eat. It's like you leave the skin and the scales behind. You eat the meat out from the skin.
You'll have to show me.
Hi, Levi Samuels. Okay, what are you thinking, Rachel? Have you thought some about my previous question?
Yeah.
We can continue streaming to the possibility if you want, whatever you want to do.
It's leaning more towards an episode of the cartoon.
That sounds good.
But I only want to watch an episode, really, right now.
Okay.
What?
Okay, then what? You want to take a nap or something? Or do your own thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for being here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to eat plenty of cheese. Bye.